Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about some of the tools you can use with polymer clay when wanting to add a little bit more design to the surface of your clay. Here's some examples. I have this pendant that I'm working on. I went in and hand painted it, but I actually used a stamp to make this. I used hole punches to make this flower pair of earrings that I have. You can see the little tiny little flowers. And so I'm going to show you a couple of the tools that I've been using recently. So when I first started out, I wanted to see if there was a way to texturize my clay and to get pretty details, because I'm not naturally a sculptor, and so I wanted to make my clay look interesting. So I was looking around at the different craft stores, and the first thing I came across was a Cuttlebug. Now, I don't actually use a Cuttlebug. I'm not even quite sure what they're for, if maybe I read about it. But I bought this container that had 4 different designs in it, and this is just one of them. And it's kind of like a giant stamp. So what I did is I bought some clay, and then I just go ahead, and I like to use my rolling pin when doing this so I can get an even amount of pressure on there. And then I just peel it off. And which is nice, it's plastic, so I don't have to worry about the clay sticking to it or getting dirty. And as you can see, it left a really pretty design on there. So like, let's say you have like a cardboard box that you want to, like something like this. You can actually stick a cardboard box in the oven. It won't hurt it. And then, like, let's say you want to take the clay and put it over the top, and then you want to take and, you know, put some pretty designs on it, bake it, and then go ahead and hand paint it. You could do that. Another thing I looked into was stamps. And I noticed there was a lot of stamps out there you can just get for $1. I got this cute, pretty one that stamps kind of expensive, and so I was still trying to find a cheaper way to do it. And as you can see here, I'll show you how a stamp works. Most people know how a stamp works, but it's the same as like when you work on paper. You just take it, put it down, press in, and see, and then I have a real pretty butterfly. And then I can go ahead with some tools and cut that butterfly out, or just, you know, press it in different areas so that it looks like there's butterflies. So another thing that I found that was much cheaper, and I liked it, and they were more flexible than using a stamp or using this, I found something cheaper. These you can get over in the stamp area too, and they look like this, and they come like in a pack. Like this one here I haven't even used yet, and they have like a, see, they have this little plastic that seals it, and they come, and I took this little plastic off, and then it's a stamp on the other side. I keep them on there if I'm not using them. But these are really nice because they're flexible. Unlike a stamp, you'd have to pull this off to make it more flexible. But some people like to have this handle. But this allows me to be able to do more, get around the clay. Maybe like if you had a corner, this won't do very well, but maybe you wanted to wrap it, you can bend it like that. And I even have them in different sizes. Like I have this really pretty butterfly. And they do come with a clear see-through piece of plastic that you can buy, and you can actually peel off the other side. Like, see, I still have the plastic that shows the dark, what the design is. If I peel this off, it's actually a sticker, and you can stick it to like a hard surface. So like I can stick this to a hard surface, it will be there, and then I just press it on. But for me, working with clay, it's much easier if I have one that's flexible, because let's say if I have a box. With this, you're going to get one angle only, if you can see here. See how it's just stiff? Well, with this, I can actually take it and bend it and wrap it. I can go all the way around it so that it is a continuous pattern. There, it doesn't break off. So I really like these. They're easy to keep clean. You just can wipe them off with some baby wipes. And I liked them so much that I went ahead and I bought a whole bunch of them. And I actually still work with the stamps. I actually stamped inside some amazing mold putty this pumpkin, so you can see what it looks like. And then I poured resin in it, and I actually made a pendant that looks just like this. And then I went ahead and colored it. I did it with orange resin, and then I went in with green paint and went in there. And then the pumpkin's actually sparkly. And then I went and drilled holes in it, and I actually made it into a pendant. it's not finished yet. But as you can see, using these with your clays and your molds is really nice, because maybe you see a design you really like. Let's say you like this butterfly. This is actually a butterfly with a little fairy in the center, and there's actually fairies on the side. I could make a mold of it, press it in there, and then copy it and turn it into a beautiful pendant with glitter and stuff like that. So something to definitely consider. I've done, I made actually some hand mirrors using out of polymer clay, using this to make the design, and then I put jewels in all the little dots. So it's really nice to have. And then another tool I would suggest you should get, if I didn't talk about it before, are cookie cutters. They're nice to have. You can have different sizes. Cookie cutters are not easy to find, especially when it comes to polymer clay, because you get all these really big ones. And if you're not wanting to make something so big, I have tinier ones, and you can find those in the polymer clay area. And these are more what I actually like to use, is something small like this. But what if I want to go smaller? Well, I went ahead and got punches for paper. Now you have to make your clay extremely thin, and you might actually need, instead of using this, you'll have to actually get yourself a pasta roller and set it on probably setting 1, well, setting 2. If you go to setting 1, it's too thin and it will fall apart. And I made these really pretty earrings by using one of these cookie cutters to be able to actually do that. Like this one's a heart one. And I'll try to do a tutorial for you later on actually how to use one of these paper punches to make little pieces of polymer clay to get them that small. Well, that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. I have other tutorials on if you're interested in different types of polymer clay, if you're interested in learning about amazing putty, or if you're interested in learning about mold magic, a cheaper way to make molds. Just check out my YouTube page, and thank you for watching.